O.J. Simpson has passed away at age 76.
O.J.'s dead.
He was battling cancer, and he's passed. So we didn't want you to sort of not know, because we just got it. So we're passing it on to you.
Can I just say that, who doesn't remember the trial of the century? I mean, it was an 11-month-long trial.
That's something. The white car.
And the Bronco. And I think it's one of those questions, where were you at when O.J. was in that Bronco? I remember I was at Cafe Figueroa on a date with a guy named Paul.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember it. And I also remember feeling a great sense of injustice happened. It's one of the reasons why I became a prosecutor, because I remember watching Chris Darden, I remember watching Marcia Clark, I remember watching the great late Johnny Cochran, and just the masterful job that I thought everyone did. And I ended up becoming close to Kim Goldman. And I can tell you that even after...
Her son was killed,
right? Her brother.
Her
brother Ron was killed, along with Nicole Simpson. And I remember how palpable, even to this day, that loss is for the family.
What was the tragedy part?
Well, for me, the tragedy was the injustice, in my opinion.
Which part? Which injustice?
The criminal trial. The fact that he was not found guilty.
Oh, yeah.
But he was found liable later. Yeah. It was really a big deal. I think Court TV may have sort of come into existence because of it.
Well, I couldn't believe when I looked up that it was 94. I was 5 years old, and I remember watching it.
My parents feel old.
No, my parents had it on wall to wall. It really was. It consumed so much of our public consciousness. I remember that in Princess Diana's death, just like ingrained in me. And to me, when someone like this passes, my only thought is I hope it gives some peace to the family of the victims. They did win the civil suit after the fact, because I agree, I think it was a miscarriage of justice, but that doesn't make up for it, so I hope that it helps them to find some peace.
I think even saying their names matters to people.
Yeah, Ron Goldman, Nicole Simpson. Yeah. I mean, these people are terribly missed by their families, and I know that to be
I remember
true.
because Johnny Cochran would say, how did it go? With the glove? If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. So he brought poetry to the legal system.
Yeah.
That was a first.
He was
also
a master. It was less about whether or not O.J. did it, but he got away with it, and the police officers, police officers have killed many more people. I think it was less about his guilt or innocence, and rather about the system and how the system treated African Americans and continues to treat African Americans in this in this country. You have to remember, in putting it into context, the acquittal of the officers who beat Rodney King almost to death in front of the world's eyes was in 1992. This happened in 1994. And I think for the black community, it was less about whether or not O.J. did it, because I think even today you'll go to, barbershops and beauty salons and people will say, he did it, but he got away with it. And the police officers, police officers have killed many more people than O.J. Simpson.
Also, they probably, I think didn't trust that the police did not plant evidence.
Well, Mark Furman said on the witness stand, I've never used a racial slur. And by the way, people, when a lawyer in cross-examination in a courtroom says, have you ever done this? They know that you did it. Right? And so then they come up with tapes, and he's using the N-word like Christmas.
But don't you think that some of it, the reason he got away with it also is because he was famous, not just that he was black?
There were so many reasons, right?